All right, so hello everyone. My name is Yann Le Bozec, Group Vice President and Head of International Marketing for Crocs, and probably one of the luckiest marketeers around because I have the opportunity to be part of an incredible brand transformation. I will take you through today that journey, but before that, I would like to start by showing you a little video that will set the right tone for my presentation. Let's have a look.
Trendsetters.
This is how you turn everyday moments into fashion statements.
These not the cutest freaking Crocs you've ever seen.
What do you think about that Crocs Echo Wave with this outfit?
I mean, he's a dad I'd like to cross.
Woohoo! All right, Claire.
Babe, where are your Jibbits?
Never in a million years did I think I would be a shoe charm girly, but here I am. I'm a shoe charm girly now.
Oh my god, this is everything I've ever wanted in my life. I love Bluey. How absolutely cute do I look? Watch me go down to the flower for you.
Guys, they literally represent me.
It's the one, the only.
So I know there's a lot to unpack in this video, but in the next minutes, I will try to show you how Crocs change consumer perception using digital platform, social listening, and a fan-centric strategy. But first, I would like to play a little bit of a game and start with a short and very easy quiz. So, can you guess the name of the brand on this image? So, I know it's a bit difficult. We know it's a formal dress shoe, could be an Oxford or a derby shoe silhouette, but we're not really sure which brand it is exactly. Next one. Still quite challenging. I mean, it looks like a sneaker, but you cannot really tell which brand it is. And next one, I'm sure you all guessed, right? Okay, so that was Crocs indeed. It is a brand with incredibly high unaided global brand awareness. It's a brand you can ask people in Colorado, in London, in Seoul, just to name just a silhouette, and then 90% of respondents will actually say Crocs. So it's pretty good for a brand that is only 23 years old. Okay, but let's go back to 2016. Because despite this very high awareness, we got this, and a lot of this. So Crocs memes were actually the third most searched keyword on Google after Crocs and CROX, our stock symbol. So indeed, the world thought that we were a joke, and we're definitely on the wrong end of culture. So we didn't have an awareness issue. Our challenge was around relevance. We had a relevance opportunity. So we focused on improving clog relevance. And we rooted our message in a very simple human truth. The truth that it's very easy to be judged. And Crocs was judged a lot. So you may think that the reason is that we're just plain ugly. Well, we have a different point of view at Crocs. We just think that we're different. And think about it. In 2024, we sold over $4 billion of products with holes in them, right? So it's safe to say that we're one of a kind, and so are our fans. So with that insight, we've created a new platform, a vision that everyone should be comfortable in their own shoes. So we invited everyone to come as you are. That's the foundation that we continue to build against today. We created a clear architecture for how we think about our consumers. And unlike many brands, we intentionally serve a broad and very democratic group of customers because we know that comfort and self-expression are universal. So let's go back to 2016. Our stock price was less than $7. And at the end of the year, the mention around Crocs in the press sounded like, stop trying to make Crocs happen. And just like that, at the end of 2016, Vogue wrote an article to introduce the people, trends, and items that will rule fashion in 2017 with the prophetic sentence, Crocs are the new Birkenstocks. We'll see if this one catches on. Spoiler alert, it did catch on. Crocs is now a world leader in innovative, casual, and molded footwear for all, and is recognized around the world. Media talks about our brand now as the Marmite of footwear, which is really relevant for audience here, and top of the clogs. So, what we have done is accelerating our authentic partnership, first by partnering with mass celebrities, because we needed them to help drive our clog relevance. The first thing that we wanted to show to the consumers is how to wear Crocs. And we had to work with the celebrity to reach mass reach and help shift that perception super quickly. And then in 2018, one of the most popular artists in the world, Post Malone, via the nickname Beer Bongs and Bentley on Twitter, just tweeted that you can tell a lot about a man by the gibbets on his Crocs. So for those who are not familiar or converted to Crocs yet, so gibbets are the charm that you can put in the 13 holes that you have in each of our shoes. So that was the tweet that turned into a DM, that turned into our first authentic brand collaboration with celebrity. And the design took our classic silhouette, the Classic Clog, and added Post Malone's signature touch. An all-over devil smiley print and 6 custom GB charms referencing his tattoos and personal branding, including the Stay Away face tattoo that he has on his face and his Post-it logo. Ever since, collaborations have been instrumental in transforming our brand from a clog to an icon. It helped consumers to engage with a reimagined product that is unique as much as them. Post Malone is one of the many collaborations that we've had the pleasure to work on in the past years. It was followed by other global music stars like Justin Bieber, Bad Bunny, Lil Nas, Karol G, to only name a few. And here in the UK, we teamed up with British Grammy winner Jacob Collier in 2023 to launch the first ever music-making Crocs Classic, featuring bells on the heel of the strap that have jingle bells in it that you can actually make music with. And we released the collaboration along his single Well in July of 2023, and his music video actually served as our collab campaign video, where the gibbets on the shoes were blown up in giant proportion for Jacob to perform on. Let's have a look. And in May of this year, we launched a regional collaboration in France with the talented singer Luan. She's a diehard fan, and she was deeply involved in the whole design process. And the collection, we featured a pair of classic and a pair of bay clog, which is like platform clog, was inspired by her musical universe and was linked to the visual identity of her latest album. And just a week before our launch, Luan was set to represent France at Eurovision. So we worked with Universal Music, and we decided to host a good luck party for Luan, inviting all our fans to attend this exclusive meetup with our favorite artists. It was really a true special moment that brought diehard fans together, media, and also industry partners. And not only artists, but also many fashion and luxury brands have been inspired by our iconic silhouette. Crocs first saw the runway, actually, with a UK-based talent, Christopher Kane, at London Fashion Week in 2016. He presented the Classic Clog silhouette and reimagined it with a marble effect print, and each pair was customized with GB charms made of mineral-like material. Then Balenciaga came quite quickly after that in 2017, during Paris Fashion Week. The collaboration featured a platform version of a Classic Clog with 10 centimeter high. This marked one of the first major intersections between Crocs and the world of high fashion. But we also merge our DNA with more unexpected brands, like Pringles, KFC, or McDonald's in the food space. And here you can also see some of our more and latest exciting collabs that we have launched recently. Juicy Couture, Simon Rocha here in London, Barber also here in London, Palace as well, Sally Bunbury, and Swarovski, that I'm actually wearing at the moment, so you can see the sparkles on the shoes. So with this innovative and collaborative partnership across street and high fashion, food, music, but also lifestyle, each of those partnerships are really unique. Collaboration is one of our tools to connect and resonate with cultures and communities, but at the same time reaching new consumers that we might not have access to. So in addition to that, we also drive authenticity and mass engagement because we know that we can do that through brand ambassadors and influencers. They are a really strong vehicle for us to also reach new consumer and increase our brand consideration. And we can say that those authentic brand ambassadors, they continue to bring new consumers to our brand each and every single day. And we look for collaborators that are definitely authentic. They need to be fans of the brand before we engage with them. And they also need to share common values, values of individuality, inclusiveness, and of course, self-expression. All right, but now, I'm ready to reveal the real Crocs secret. Do you want to know the secret sauce that make Crocs an incredible brand transformation recently? Yeah, all right. Well, it's actually pretty simple. We're a brand that listens to the fans, right? Because we know that building that brand resonance, that goes beyond how to wear. It is about connecting to the consumers as individuals. So we set out to be a brand that authentically connects with fans, because Crocs Nation, which is the name that our fans gave themselves, is definitely the core of our strategy and the core of our focus, and they deserve nothing less from us. And of course, fans are always right, and sometimes very, very persistent, as you will see in this example. So Disney's Cars fans, they rally online for us to release adult-sized Lightning McQueen clogs that was previously released only for kids. And we listened to the fans, and we dropped adult size of this license 4 times, and every time we release those shoes, they sell out in a few minutes. Because we definitely believe that those fans are driving our excitement and also driving a lot of positive conversation online. And you can see on the video that they are really, really strong in their ask.
Hi, my name's Christine.
I'm Carlos. My name is Avi. I go by Avigan on social media.
The first thing I think about when I wake up and the last thing I think about before I go to sleep is always the adult Lightning McQueen clogs.
Over the past 2 years, I've searched everywhere for the Lightning McQueen adult clogs.
I've tagged Crocs 2,638 times.
I've slid into Crocs' DMs like over 800 times.
To try to hound them into bringing back Lightning McQueen in adult sizes.
And guess what? It was totally worth it.
Something really special is happening.
Ka-chow!
That's right. Ka-chow.
Actually, we keep on surprising our fans around the Cars collection by introducing surprise characters. So recently, we introduced Matter. For those who know Cars, it's the friend of Lightning McQueen. And actually, the 2 shoes are connected together. So Matter as a tow truck can also help Lightning McQueen in his journey. So, but anyway, so it is really a part of our fan-centric strategy. The fans even created their own holiday moments. So in 2017, our marketing team woke up trending on Twitter. But there was no campaign that was planned around that time, so it was a bit surprising. Because our fans were tagging us on National Crocodile Day in the US. And the fans themselves hijacked that day to make it a celebration for their passion for our brand. So to satisfy our fans, we drop limited edition products every year during that specific day, so October 23rd. And we've actually decided to extend the fun to a full month, and we have renamed October Croctober. So 2 years ago, in 23, we launched the iconic Classic cowboy boots. And the media, the fans, the creators, they really fell in love with them because it was definitely a random ask from the fan that would turn into an actual product, so they didn't expect us to do that. It was also tied to a really strong cowboy West America trend that happened around that time. And again, it sold out in a matter of minutes globally. And last year, we've expanded the possibility of self-expression and launched 2 hero products. First, a life-size Crocs costume, fully loaded with GB charms that are available in left and right shoe, so you can have a friend to also wear the costume with you, and that makes definitely the perfect pair for Halloween. And there was one of the most requested items ever on social was around us creating shoes for animals. And so we decided to create pet Crocs that was allowing you to wear exactly the same shoe as your dog. And of course, it was approved by Paris Hilton and a dog crypto. So as you can see, we're really committed to meeting our fans where they're actually spending their time. And at the moment, it means a lot on digital spaces, and specifically gaming. So gaming no longer follows cultures. It really leads the charge. So this is where the starts trend, and we need to be part of that journey. So we work with iconic characters, with really premium gaming platform to engage with consumers in a very authentic way again. So that makes one of the most exciting programs for our brand. It opens up new ways to connect with those key audiences on the platform they love the most. So you can see here Roblox, Fortnite, Minecraft. It also gives us more immersive ways to bring commerce to life, whether it's a direct opportunity to drive revenue or a more subtle path that invites players to interact with the world of Crocs and leads them to explore, engage, and maybe eventually purchase. And we try to making it fun and seamless and really using the codes of gaming so that we don't seem opportunistic. And we've done that with really major global influencers like Kai Cenat, and also one of the top esports team, 100 Thieves, just to make sure that we shop in a way that is really intentional and that doesn't seem forced. So the goal is pretty simple, is to make our footwear as iconic in gaming as it is in real life, and to bring the collaboration to life in unexpected and really fun ways. So Crocs has built a strong brand foundation, leading with digital and then social. We like to say that we're digitally-led and social-first brand because we believe in social engagement and want to build authentic and unique connection. So that's why our marketing strategy is actually globally consistent, but also locally relevant. And our teams have a lot of fun trying to adapt the global playbook to meet the need of our local consumers in a very relevant way. I have 2 examples that I want to show you that show how the team in Europe connected with local consumer moments. First, starting with Germany, around Carnival season, which is a really relevant festivity in Germany that is rooted in deep cultural references and tradition. So in February of this year, we've created a pack of custom-made gibbets that was referring to iconic symbols around Carnival. And we have worked with creators that took over our Instagram account, and they dressed up as giant Crocs on the street of Cologne, and they were distributing gibbets pack. And also there was an invitation for the consumers to have a discount that they could redeem on our website. And that created a lot of positive engagement on social, a lot of comments, and really positive sentiment around our brand with a core audience that we want to attract. The next, here in London, we know that the marathon is a really big thing here. And we know that also Classic Clog is the perfect shoe for recovery. So we worked on a campaign that was called Run London and then Relaxing Crocs. So what we've done is that we've rewarded all the courageous runners that managed to pass the finish line, and then we gave them the most comfortable shoe for them to recover after all their efforts. Again, it was led by influencers from the world of running that help us to connect with this audience in a very authentic way, and that created a lot of, again, really positive reaction from the different fans. And then this authenticity strengthened really the emotional bonds and increased the brand loyalty in the long run. And that what makes our marketing effort more impactful by aligning with what truly matters with our local audience. So, speaking of emotional bonds, I want to show you a campaign that we recently launched, actually last week in Asia, that really is embedded in social insights, but that also connect authentically with consumers while positioning Crocs as the go-to shoe for a specific occasion. So we launched our first monsoon campaign in 7 Southeast Asia markets last week. And this campaign is a fusion of K-drama, storytelling, and Bollywood flair. And it was designed to position Crocs as the ultimate companion for the wet season. So starring K-drama actress Shea Subin and Bollywood rising star Siddhant Chatterjee, the campaign film plays on this beloved enemies to lover K-drama trope for the fans of K-drama in the room, but also set against a rain-soaked backdrop. And the narrative blends cinematic tension, emotional resonance, but at the same time, cultural nuances. All at the same time showcasing that Crocs is a waterproof, easy to clean, and endlessly customizable footwear option. So I hope that you will like this campaign as much as we do.
I'm feeling pink, blue, that's new. Riding around my head, I cannot think straight. That's strange, always. I'm feeling pink, blue, that's new. Riding around my head, I cannot think straight. That's strange, I wish you were here so you could stay for a long time. Think about what you said, it made me daydream, lazy. Then I saw your face, yeah. I love the way she keeps me calmer, yeah. When I feel trauma, got me feeling no types of heartache, yeah. Don't get me started on the way you move. Bite your lip, then you stay in the groove. After this, I'm breaking the rules. I feel these moments got me breathing slowly. Can we please, please go feel the night? Yeah, and I'm like, ooh, I don't know what I gotta do. Yeah, when I'm not with you, I'm alone, can you come through? ऐसे आओगे बस जाओगे और दिल को यूं हराओगे हमें हार गया तो आप ही जाओ तुम हाँ तुमसे क्यों सारी बातें करना चाहता हूँ I'm feeling pink, blue, that's new. Riding around my head, I cannot think straight. That's strange, I wish you were here so you could stay for a long time. Think about what you said, it made me daydream, lazy. Then I saw your face, I'm feeling pink, blue, that's new. I wish you were here so you could stay. Then I saw your face, yeah.
So that campaign helped us to really connect two of the most engaged fan base on social. The K-drama, K-pop fans, and also the Bollywood fans come together. And our Instagram reel post of that video generated in less than a week more than 70 million views. That really showed the power of connecting with the fans, speaking the same language, and creating a really authentic connection with our communities. So in summary, we are a brand that listens to our fans. And then I think we do something that a lot of brands don't do, is that we respond and we try to do it that as quickly as possible. Because we know that the fans are definitely the heartbeat of our brand. And we want to continue to give them new and innovative way to continue to choose Crocs. And we want to mix insight with creativity to inspire the consumer to join us, not only to transact, but to be part of the brand community. But enough of me speaking on behalf of our fans. So I would like to pass the mic to one of our most convincing fans on social in the following closing video.
Crocs. I know you're thinking, oh, I'm just gonna wear them to the shop. I'm just gonna wear them when it's convenient. It's a lie. You're gonna wear them every day. You're gonna say to yourself, you know what? I'm just gonna wear my Crocs to the event. And then when I get to the event, I'm gonna change into something else. And then you're gonna arrive at the event and you're gonna say to yourself, I wonder if I can get in with the Crocs. Before you go down the same path that I did, just take it from me. Just don't buy them.
All right, so thank you for your attention. So I wish you a great time for the remaining of MadFest. And I don't know if we have time for questions, or we should wrap it up. All right. Do you have time for questions?
I'm so sorry, mic up. Yep, hi there. We've had no questions come in here, but I'm happy to take some for the floor, and I will do my best to get to you by lightning speed. Who's got a question for Yann? I mean, that was a truly fascinating presentation. I mean, I tell you what, I learned a hell of a lot about Crocs in that time. Yes, question there. Incoming. Wait there.
Great.
All right, what we got? If you can tell me, I'll repeat it for the audience.
Obviously, they react very well to trends very quickly.
Yeah.
How does their production line keep up?
Did you get that? So you've shown that you react to trends really quickly. How does your production line keep up with your innovation?
How
does your production line keep up with the rate of innovation, with the new stuff that's coming out?
Yeah, I think it all comes down to agility, like trying not to be perfect, to be honest, so that we'll be able to turn insight into action pretty quickly. I mean, we do have like a lean and a very tight organization within the group, even though we're growing. We show the numbers for $4 billion of revenue. It's becoming like a really big business. But something that we try to do is keep this like scrappiness and that more entrepreneurial spirit. We also have a product that is allowing us to be quick in terms of transforming trends into actual product that we offer to the consumers. If you also pair that with our unique positioning and personalization, we can be really quick to capture a trend that the fans are asking and then turn that into gibbets. And that's like something that is really unique. You can have like a blank pair of Crocs, like white Crocs plain, but then you can make them very different by just adding the gibbets on it. And that's what is helping us to be as close to the consumers as possible.
Great. I've got a quick question for you myself, which is of all the incredible stuff you just walked through in that fascinating talk, what was the favorite initiative for you that you've been associated with, and why?
Well, I'm actually a big K-pop fan. I was like a K-pop DJ 15 years ago. Back in the day, it was not cool to listen to K-pop. So like, I'm really proud of that campaign, right? Because that is a campaign that was actually not planned for this year. So the whole monsoon campaign started last year in India because we realized that our shoes were actually extremely relevant for wet season. So we did our first campaign in India, only focusing on the India market. But then we realized that the monsoon season is actually spreading across a really big portion of Asia. So we realized that pretty late, to be honest, but then we turned this into an additional campaign that the team worked together, and we scrapped money around. We'll try to work with all the different teams, meeting the Korea team, taking care of the talent management, the India team taking care of the production, and then the campaign came to life in a matter of like few weeks, to be really honest. So I'm really proud of that campaign because it really links to all the different requests that we're getting from the consumers. So the K-pop fans are one of the most engaged fans, or K-culture in general. Yep. And by seeing the reaction of the fans, it is definitely showing that we had the right level of connection and the right message to be able to connect with the consumer. So pretty excited by this one for sure.
Great. I mean, we heard just now about the speed with which you can take an idea into production. I'd like to know about how you manage to maintain that speed with the marketing team, because a lot of big organizations having an idea and it actually coming to life, that could be a year away. How do you do it?
Yeah, I think we like to take risk, to be honest. I mean, calculated risk, right? So we have one of the most passionate marketing teams within the organization. I mean, the brand is really fun, right? We have a DNA that is very broad. You know, we can drop a collab with Balenciaga and KFC at the same time, and then speaking to different audiences, and it's working. So I think we're really pushing our team internally to come up with out-of-the-box ideas, creative ideas, and then try to make it happen. I think that's what I'm going back to my first stance on trying not to make things perfect. I think that's what is holding a lot of organizations when they get bigger and bigger. And that's for us where we like to take those calculated risks, and it's allowing us to do this type of campaign. So yeah.
Great, thank you very much. We have an audience question.
Yeah, the mic is working, yeah. Hi, my name's Alex Tate. I'm from Entropy. We've done a lot of work around measurement and econometrics of influencers. I'm kind of just curious, how do you obviously have a lot of influencer activity as part of your marketing plan.
Yep.
How do you prove the P&L value of that to your business?
That's a great question. So for sure, like influencers at every level of the tiering are important for our brand. And then we split in 3 different levels. So we have our ambassadors that are on a tier 1 celebrity level. So this is the partner that we use to engage with our mainline campaigns, but also we leverage to the max the agreement that we're developing with them, meaning that we have shoots where they're part of this campaign, but at the same time we also try to include a live stream on TikTok Shop, for example, which is super important for our business. We try also to maximize the opportunity to use those celebrities to also help our different channels, including our wholesale partners. So we can measure the efficiency of those celebrities wearing, for example, the exact product that is featured on the key visual. And that is for us a way to show to our finance team that the investment that we're making with those celebrities, even though they represent a big chunk of our budget, they're actually giving us a really high level of return. That would be the first layer. Then we have a really strong layer of always-on influencers that is helping us to get credibility in key communities and key verticals that we would like to engage with. So here it's more about the scale and the authenticity in terms of how we work with them. Those partnerships are paid, but what we are actually discovering is that when you work with those fans at that level, they actually do way more than what was part of the contract, because they enjoy working with us, and then they're also getting positive feedback from the fans. So for their reach as well, it is good to post around our brands. And then the last layer, which is the most important for us, is actually the fans. So we have a strategy where we like to surprise and delight our fans. So we receive tons of DM, and what we try to do is to react. I can give you one example recently, well, not recently, during COVID time. We had a lot of requests from students that couldn't celebrate their end of year from the whole party, actually in the UK. And they were just asking us, hey, can you just do something for us? And what we've done is that we surprised the entire class by sending customized clogs with the initials of the high school and also the year of 2020, 2021. And that is helping us to amplify the communication on social. So all of those initiatives might not be easy to measure right away, but in the long run, they're giving us additional impression, additional engagement with our fans. And there's also all the affiliate part where we can definitely track all the partnership that we have with influencers that are directly linked to sale on .com or on TikTok Shop that we actually launched in the UK last week. So I invite you to go on our TikTok Shop UK store because we launched it after the US recently.
Great, thanks very much. Any more questions from the audience? We got, okay, so no, I haven't missed anyone around here. Good. Yes, sorry, was there a hand there? Right, coming to you. Hang tight. Microphone.
Thank you. Just going back to the very start, you obviously talked about how Crocs wasn't cool. So how did you convince Post Malone, Christopher Kane, whoever, to get involved with you? Because you've still got to get it over that hurdle.
Actually, they came to us. So I think Crocs has created also this very emotional connection with a lot of consumers, including celebrities. So like Post Malone, I think we're wearing our shoes when he was maybe younger. And when he posted that on Twitter, we just slid into his DM, and it was a super organic conversation. And this is what's happening with all of our celebrity ambassadors. And that's what makes actually the whole connection authentic, because we give them also a lot of creativity. Like we give them a lot of room to create the product. We co-create the whole campaign. Just want to make sure that we have the right level of messages so that the fans are actually reacting in a positive way.
Great, thank you very much. Yes, we've got one here. Right, incoming. All right.
Hi, Anne. Just a quick question from me, yeah. So in terms of your fans, right, the people that buy Crocs, I'm sure you don't have to go about teaching them why they should love Crocs, because it's an organic thing.
Mm-hmm.
But as you mentioned, with people like Post Malone, people that are famous and celebrities that love the brand, it's a similar sort. You don't have to go about educating them, right? So what about the talent that you do want to work with that might be from markets or from regions that don't necessarily that uptake hasn't sort of happened yet. Mm-hmm. The transition in terms of the brand image for Crocs isn't just there yet. What do you do to sort of show them, rather than just saying, look, Post Malone worked with us in the US.
Yeah.
How do you go to, say, for like the UK or like the Netherlands or somewhere where, I'm not saying those places aren't big fans, but how do you go to those markets and sort of educate them when the culture or the fashion might be a bit different?
Well, we're actually applying the same playbook, to be honest. Like, we have a very universal formula that works everywhere in the world in different nuances. We have Post Malones in China and in India, like really strong fans that are that celebrity level, and then like a really big group of mid-level influencers that want to work with us. So I think that's the beauty of our marketing strategy. It's pretty simple, right? And it's also very universal. Of course, we always adapt to local nuances, but there's a foundation that is actually true everywhere in the world. So we are in different stages of maturity, right? So there might be some countries where we have to invest more in those tier 1 celebrity. That's the case for China and India, for example, at the moment, where we invest a lot with those like massive celebrities. Like our new India ambassador, Rashmika Mandani, she has 60 million followers on Instagram. So it's definitely a way for us to authenticate. And to give you some numbers, when we posted the campaign with Rashmika, IG Reel on Crocs India Instagram page, that video generated 400 million views. Just to give you the scale, because that spread across the whole Bollywood fan community, and that created a lot of positive engagement. So we have that formula across different countries.
Great. Yann Le Bozec. Ladies and gentlemen, what a talk. I've learned so much. Big round of applause.
Thank you.
This was Yann Le Bozec, Crocs Vice President, Head of International Marketing. Thank you so much, Yann.